Students, welcomes. Here we are discussing the part of the biomolecules in continuation of the proteins. The part of this proteins, as we can say, these proteins are what it is a main constituent. We can say this is the main aspect principles of the biomolecule, just like to the carbohydrates as well as the amino acid. Here this is the main aspect, as we can say, main aspect principles of biomolecules. So this is what it is a main abundance, most abundant in living organism, most abundant of biomolecules in living system. So what is the constituent, main constituent, as you can say, this is the constituent or the chief constituent. Chief constituent is what? Chief constituent, as you can say, this is the milk, meat, fish, peanuts, etc. peanut and etc. So as chief constituents, milk, meat, fish, peanuts. So basically this is what with the help of to growth, as we can say, to growth body and helps to maintain the body, to growth and, as you can say, maintain body. So this is what it is a polymer of amino acid. This is nothing but proteins are amino acids. All proteins, as you can say, all proteins are amino acids. So which is produced from the amino acids. For example, as we have having, this is what one of the hydrogen atoms, alkyl group is here. See, this is one of the NH2 group. This is COOH. As I having this are the alpha amino acid. So this is the alpha amino acid, as you can say, this is the NH2, again what, this is polymer, as you can say, this is the polymer of amino acid, COOH, this is the alkyl group and this is what. So they are NH2 group, loss of these hydrogen atoms, H from here and OH from here. So there is a polypeptide chain is formed. See, this is the NH hydrogen, this is the longest chain alkyl group, hydrogen atoms, this C double bond O and this is the NH, again this CH alkyl group, again this is what NH, this is coming from this C double bond O and this is nothing but what, the longest chain polymer is obtained. This is nothing but what proteins. So this is what proteins. So this importance, this is the main Greek word from, as you can say, this as a starting, this is the Greek word of this protein is nothing but what proteose. Proteose. So this meaning of the proteose is nothing but what primary, as you can say, primary or prime importance, as you can say, this is the prime importance. As we revise this point, this proteins are what the Greek words of this is nothing but a proteoses. The proteoses meaning of this is the primary, as you can say, this is the prime importance, as you can say, this what prime importance. It is a main aspect principles of the biomolecules. It is the most abundant of the biomolecules. So this chief constituent is the milk, meat, fish and the peanuts. So with the help of this is the proteins to growth and to maintain the body. So these polymers of having this is alpha amino acid, this is polymers of alpha amino acid. As you can say, this is the amino acid is here, this is amino acid. So the we are having the n types of the amino acid is condensed to each other. The condensation takes place, loss of this is the polymerization here and this is the loss of water molecule. It is nothing but what condensation takes place between the amino acids and then formation of amide types of the linkage here. Which types of the linkage? Amide types of the linkage is present in the proteins molecules, though this is the longest chain compound is nothing but proteins. तो यहाँ पे अमाइनो एसिड्स पॉलीमर्स ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स का जो कंपाउंड होता है वो होता है प्रोटीन्स. इट इज नथिंग बट व्हाट ऑल अमीनो एसिड्स. एज यू कैन से ऑल अमीनो एसिड्स ऑफ द पॉलीमर्स ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स आर द प्रोटीन्स. हियर the proteins are the classification of the proteins on the basis of his structural arrangement as well as his properties. So this is the primary structure, as you can say the primary structure, secondary structure and what tertiary structure, as well the quaternary structures. There is a 4 classifications on the basis of structural arrangement as well as properties. The first structure is that primary structure. So that is what primary structure. Primary structure of proteins. Primary structure of proteins. So what is the primary structure of proteins? It refers the sequence of amino acid. As you can say, it refers sequence of amino acids. When the sequence changes, as you can say, if the sequence changes, then polypeptide, as you can say, polypeptide chain also changes. तो यहाँ पे सीक्वेंस कभी चेंज होती है तो पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन भी क्या होता है, चेंज होता है. सो इट रिफर्स व्हाट द सीक्वेंस ऑफ अमीनो एसिड, दैट इज द polypeptides. As you can say, in a polypeptides, in what, in polypeptide. So the second structure, as you can say, this is the secondary structure of proteins. What is the secondary structure of protein is what? As you can say, this is the long polypeptide chain. The secondary structures are the long polypeptide chain. यहाँ पे हम लिख सकते हैं शेप अकॉर्डिंग लॉन्ग पॉलीपेप्टाइड, इसका लॉन्ग पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन होता है. इट रिफर द फोल्डिंग स्ट्रक्चर, refers folding. So there is a types, this is nothing but twisting, as you can say, twisting folding types, and this is the pleated like. This the pleated like is nothing but sheet like structure. So twisting like, this is nothing but alpha helix, as you can part of this is alpha helix and what a beta pleated. The structure is what a alpha helix structure and beta pleated structure. There is a 2 types of the structure involved. This twisting types alpha helix and what, this is the pleated types of the beta pleated, and this is the sheet like. So this twisting is part of the polypeptide chain. As we can say, this is what a twisting alpha helix, twisting polypeptide chain are involved. So how the twisting polypeptide chain? Just we are the here explaining the part of this, the secondary structure of proteins. There is what alpha helix and beta pleated. So that is the polypeptide chains twisting like on what are this alpha helix and the beta pleated, that is the sheet like structure. So here this is the secondary structure, as we can say, secondary structure of proteins. Herein this is the two forms which exist, two forms. The one form is what alpha helix and this nothing but what a beta pleated. So what is the structural arrangement, this alpha helix and beta pleated? So these types of, this is what the types of the linkages are, this is the structural arrangement is present, that is nothing but what this is the alpha types, this is the twisting types of the structure. So here the twisting types of the structure is involved, and here the types of the bonding is present. So this is the types of the bonding is nothing but what as you can say these types of the structure, and this is the NHCO bond is present here, C double bond O, NH bond, again what, this is the CS2 atoms, again what, C double bond O, this amide linkage, there is presence of amide linkage between what are helix types of the helical, as we can say the helical types of the structural arrangement. So here NSO, this amide types of the linkage is present, as we can say this amide types of the linkage is present in what are the structural arrangement is nothing but alpha helix structure. What is that? Alpha helix structure. So the second part, this is the beta pleated structures, as you can say this beta pleated, this C, this arrangement is nothing but what a seat like structural arrangement. So what is that? Seat like structural arrangement here in what, beta pleated structure. So that is what, as you can say this C double bond O, this one of the carbonyl group is here, and this is the nitrogen amide types of the linkage again. So here CS2 group, again this is CS2, C double bond O, again C double bond O, again CS2, C double bond O and NH. So there is a part of NHCS2 linkage is present. This is nothing but NH, C double bond O, again this NH, CS2, C double bond O, again here NH. So these types of the structural arrangement, this is nothing but what, beta pleated structure. This is what the beta pleated structure, it is present in the secondary types of the proteins. So discussing the part of the next, this is the tertiary structure of proteins, as you can say tertiary structure of proteins. So the tertiary structure of proteins are, this is the overall folding types of the polypeptides, as you can say overall folding types. The structural arrangement is what a folding structurals of the polypeptides. Here also this is the linkage is polypeptides. The overall folding polypeptide chain is present, and this is what it is goes to the stretch like, that is nothing but two shape is there. So this is the stretch like, this beta pleated is what a stretch like, this is the side by side folded. This is what a tertiary structure of the protein, it is what overall folding types of the chains. Again what, this two shape it is involved. This is one of the second part, this part is again involved in the fibrous and the globular, as you can say globular. So this is the fibrous protein and the globular proteins. Another example, as you can say this tertiary structure of the proteins. Again this is the next we are having, this is the stabilizes, stabilize due to the, it is the stabilized due to the hydrogen bonding, SS linkage, as we can say this is the disulfide linkage. The next part, this is again having this hydrogen bonding disulfide linkage, van der Waal force, the presence of this is the van der Waal force. And next one, what electrostatic attraction. So this is what electrostatic, as you can say this electrostatic. So there is a force is present, this the tertiary structure is a stabilizes due to what, it present of the hydrogen bonding, it is present a disulfide linkage, that is the SS, as you can see the disulfide linkage, van der Waal forces, this is van der Waal forces, electrostatic forces. So this is due to the what, which is the stable presence of hydrogen bonding, disulfide and van der Waal force, and what electrostatic force. As we can say this is the next part, is the last one is the quaternary structure of proteins. Quaternary structure of proteins, as you can say quaternary structure of proteins. So this quaternary structure of the proteins are what, it is more stable than the tertiary secondary as a primary structure. It is the spatial arrangement. This present of this is the arrangement is nothing but a spatial arrangement. As you can say this is the spatial arrangement of polypeptide chains of polypeptide chain. The spatial arrangement of polypeptide chain, and this is the stable, it is the most stable, as you can say stable than टर्शियरी, सेकेंडरी एंड प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर। तो यहाँ पे ये स्टेबल